Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Army Men of War. So, I have been gone for like a week and a half, and it's felt like a month. It really has. And I'm just so excited to be back here making some more of these Army Men of War videos for you all, because I know you guys really enjoy watching them, and I really enjoy making them. I mean, doing the story, and covering the battle map, and having to build a different map for every scenario. It's very tiring, but I love it so much. So do let me know what other scenarios you want to see in the comment section, and I'll be sure to make them. So anyway, let's get on with the battle. This is the battle map, as you all know, and we all know that the RGB Coalition have formed at last, and they've managed to take the 2 Tan houses. So the Tans are destroyed, General Tannenberg is dead, and now this is the front line as it is. So all the Tans that are out in the field, they're all a bit confused at the minute onto whose side to be on. They don't want to be on the greens, they don't want to be on the reds, and they sure as hell don't want to be on the blues, because, you know, the blues just betrayed them. So they've had no choice but to form little guerrilla bands in the grass and in the hills, and they've sided with the Greys. So the Greys have tried to support them, because the Greys are very rich, being from this diner over here. Because there's a lot of, do you know those big biffa bins? And there's a huge consumption of plastic over here. So they're getting as much plastic and as much supplies as they can through this newly developed train rail, which is a Hornby train set. So they've built it up to here, and the Green Intelligence and the rest of the RGB Coalition have caught wind of it. So they're going to be sending in some airborne infantry and some red commandos to come and deal with it. So we're going to move these guys right over here. So we're talking around, oh, I don't know, about 1,000 men maybe, something like that. And we're going to position them right here. So these guys paratrooped in the night. So let's get a really cool little paratrooper thing come over the screen right here. There we go. So there we go. They've landed, and now we're going to be watching as the Greens. Let's just rearrange these a little bit. So we're going to be watching as the Greens and the Reds ambush them. So in the daytime, they're going to be ambushing General Grayson himself, or should we call him Major Grayson? Let me know in the comments, what should we call him? I think Major Grayson, definitely Grayson because of the colour. I think we'll make him a Major. That way we can have you guys decide who the main commander of the Grey Army can be. I'll let you guys decide that. So their objective is going to be to take this Hornby train set and stop them from reaching the guerrilla lines, which is over here. And you can see that the guerrillas have been hitting a lot of green convoys along the roads, and the Greens just can't find them because they're very well hidden. They keep attacking them, running, attacking them, running. So before we start this battle, we're just going to have a quick mooch over the front line. And so here we go, look, there we go. So this is the front line. We can see that there's still some Tans left. They're very weak though, they're very cut off from supplies, and the Greys are really pushing. They've really broke on this side, and that's about it really. So without further ado, I think we're going to drop into the battlefield now, and we'll see what happens. So I will see you all on the battlefield. Right, so here we are on the battlefield, and we can see right here we've got Major Grayson of the Grey Army is talking to one of the Tan guerrilla leaders. And they're just doing a little deal with this train load of supplies, which include a lot of Tan tanks, which will be getting shipped to the guerrilla territories, as you saw from the battle map. And the Greys have a lot of positions already in place, so they kind of expect an attack at any time. So they've got hundreds and hundreds of Greys in these little arcadey trenches that I made. And we're talking like hundreds, so there's loads, and they're going to be having like loads of men counter-attacking as soon as the Greens and Reds start attacking, and they've got machine guns. They've pretty much got loads to back it up, including these huge black cannons back here as well. So they're going to be it's going to be pretty cool to watch them blast the Greens and Reds as they come over the hill. So we can see right here that the Greens are attacking first, and we can see a lot of them. They're just sneaking through the grass, and they are the airborne division. So you can see that they're in the airborne uniforms. Look at the little green plastic. The Tan Panther right there is engaging the Greens. I think we're going to get Major Grayson out of there, try and get him back to his own lines. So we're going to get him right back here to the cannons if we can. Just going to turn on his move at will, so turn it off. Let's get right back to the action. So we have around, I don't know, about 500 Greens that are going to be attacking this side, and around 500 Reds attacking the other side. So this is Green Airborne, and we're going to be watching some Red Commandos, but they're going to be coming in a tiny little bit later because they're a little bit delayed. The Greens are doing a kind of evasive maneuver where they just kind of run into the grass, they get down, then they run again, and then they get down again. Taking heavy fire from the trenches now. Just admiring the battle. So these guys did land the previous day. So they've been waiting to attack. We've got a Grey Sherman there exchanging fire with these bazooka men. The Greens doing a fairly good job, but they're attacking the front armour, which is not a good idea because the armour on the front of a Sherman is, I think it's the strongest point. So look how many bazookas there are. So exchanging fire. The Greys aren't really spooked by this attack yet. Let's have a little look on this side, and we can see that the Reds have started advancing. And these are Red Commandos, so these are the elite of the elite for the Reds. Already taking the trenches. Armed with their PPSH and their SVT rifles. They've been very popular in this Army Men of War series so far. Also armed with their grenades. So this trench was no match for these Reds. And I think because they've took the trench so early, they're starting to bring a lot more troops out. You get to see the little red in the green grass. Let's have a look on this side. The Greens not doing too well on this side. There's still a lot of Greys in the trench. Just admire some of the action. Now that the Greys have been alerted, there will be a Grey counter-attack at some point. I love this mod so much, it's so cool. They're still working on that Sherman. I think it's mainly been taken out. The turret has definitely been taken out. Oh, this is where we're going to see some cool action. He's going to throw a grenade. Grenade out. Didn't kill any Greens though, I don't think. And we lost both of the Greys there. So they have completely taken this side of the Grey Trench. And the Greys are bringing up some more Sherman tanks to support the trench. Focusing on the centre. So they're putting all their strength in the centre of the trench area right here. Just grinding through it like it's nothing. Really pushing the Greens to their own lines. Like I say, I have no idea who will win this battle. Whoa, what? The Reds have completely overrun this side. I think they're now trying to support the Greens and really take this trench. No fudges were given by these Grey Shermans. They just like march straight into the Greens territory. It just takes a good bazooka shot though from the rear of the tanks, and they're a goner. Red's now pushing onto the left-hand side, and we can see this huge, huge train. Which is a Hornby train set, by the way. Pretty cool, right? And you can see that they've been building the train tracks right there, look. There's a bit of a pile of them. Another Grey Sherman, followed by another 2 Grey Shermans over there. Whoa, that's a lot of tanks. They must have been alerted. Just one good shot there. That's all they need. Really focusing on that centre part. Is there any greens left to take it out? There's the question. Still surrounded. Whoa, look at that. You see the bullets flying through the grass. Really trying their best to take out this tank. How are we doing over here? There's still a few reds just left scattered around, hiding in the grass. And what do we have over here? We still have a Tan Guerrilla Trench with a couple of MG emplacements, just waiting for the battle to come to them. You can see a good number of tanks right there. More grey Shermans. This is not good. I think we might have to take control of some of the reds because I don't think they've got any AT. And it looks to me like a lot of the greens have been taken out already. The grey Shermans proved to be quite effective in this battle. Oh, explosion on the used to be grey tank. But do remind me to change that. I keep forgetting to change it. But yeah, when they blow up, they turn green for some reason. Can be fixed though very easily. Let's see what we've got. We've still got a lot of reds to support the left flank now. But we haven't we've not solved the counter-attack from the greys yet. So I'm not looking forward to the counter-attack. But like I say, it could be anybody's game. I don't script a winner on these battles, so whatever happens in this episode will affect what happens in the next. Just like we've done on every other episode of this series, which is like 50 episodes now, surely. I'll have to count them. And if anybody is interested in watching them all one after the other, I have put them all into a giant Army Men of War playlist, so you can watch them in the exact order of what they're played in. Check the action. We're going to have to move some of the reds out of there, I think. Oh god, did you see that? We can see that there's a grey counter-attack. Not good. They're really massing their troops. They're reinforcing the trenches. You see, that was a big mistake by the reds. They really, really shouldn't have pushed the left. They should have held the right. But the remaining reds that were left over here, they're now opening fire at them. So, and the greys can't really see where they are because they are in the big, thick grass. So, we're really not giving up. Got a lot of greens over there. I think we're going to bring the greens forward and put them in this trench right there. There we go. I'm going to try my best not to take too much control, because I know you guys like to see the battle played out by the AI. Well, how are we doing here? We've got any bazookas? Yeah, we've got one bazooka there. I think maybe we could use this one. Maybe he'll do it himself, I'm not sure. You can just see the carnage in the grass. I think it's mainly tanks now. How are we doing over here? More greys counter-attacking. He's just like, what the hell happened here? You can just see the shell shock. What's he doing? Yeah, he's taking no chances. If anything, I think what we're going to do is we're going to get this guy back on this machine gun. There we go. What's he doing? They're right in front of you. There you go. Oh dear. I kind of got him killed, but they are being supported by a lot more grey soldiers now, so a lot of riflemen. Is it just riflemen? I think it... No, there's some SMGs in there as well. For those of you that don't know what an SMG is, it's a submachine gun. There we go, we've got 2 more bazookas here, so what we're going to do is I'm going to try and order these bazookas to take out these tanks. Because they're not doing a very good job with their rifles. There we go. Grey still very much focusing on this side. And they're just taking pot shots from the grass. All these little Vasily sight sefs in the grass. There's one of them right there, look, with his little LMG, his light machine gun. Still very focused on these grey tanks. I'll tell you what I might do, I might bring some more of these greys over to this side. Oh no, they're doing it themselves. Let's try and support this side, see if we can take that trench back. There we go. I've only clicked once, so that means they will react if they are engaged on their journey. Instantly ambushed by the Reds. Oh, that was epic. Ooh. They must be camouflaged or something in that grass. Very badly camouflaged, but camouflage nevertheless. Still holding down this trench. We've got more grey reinforcements on the way, and we've not even pushed them back to the second line yet. And I don't think these cannons have saw any action yet, so we might have to push another green counter-attack, because the greens do have some reserves. They're just not in the map yet. Oh, explosion on the tank. So you all know the main objective from the battle map, but I'll say it again. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get Tan tanks over to guerrilla territory to support the guerrilla efforts, and try and get a foothold, because the Greens and the Reds and the Blues of the RGB Coalition, they're really pushing the Tans down into this little area, and that's not good. They want the Tans alive, because they're proving to be very effective against green convoys, RGB Coalition bases, plastic factories, all sorts really. So the Greys really want to fund them, because the Greys have a lot of plastic, because the Greys own a diner, and in the diner you can imagine the amount of plastic waste that they go through compared to the average household. They have those big biffa bins. And the biffa bins are those huge industrial bins that you find like outside in the parking lots and stuff. Let's see if we can counterattack these greys on that side. Or better yet, let's move them up. Oh, we've got some greens over here. Oh, they can actually sneak around this cannon. We might have to call in the reinforcements. You see, we have to leave some men back, you see, just to keep the line. Because if we lose all the men, and we can't land anymore. Oh, there we go. Get down. I'll let the AI play this one out. Just 2 lone Reds engaging a little foxhole over there with a MG position. Just the AT dude left. I don't think they know that though, so whether they engage or not, I'm not sure. How are we doing over here? What happened to those guys? I think I've lost them. Yeah, I've definitely lost them. Grey's still really pushing this side, but the Reds will not let them take this grass. They're just fighting foxhole to foxhole. Mainly on this footpath right here, which has been filled out by lollipop sticks. I guess we can say that we've destroyed their supplies on the Hornby Train set. This grey tank is now active again, not a good sign, because I don't think we have any green AT to take it out. So if that grey tank can get onto that side, it could prove to be very effective against the Reds. How are we doing over here? There's those greens. I thought I knew I thought there were some greens over here. There we go. Let's see if we can sneak them around. These guys push forward. There we go. Get a bit curious. Let's see if we can kill Major Grayson. Where is Major Grayson? I don't know if he's over here, is he? I have no idea where the Major's gone. He might be dead already. Or he might have done a runner. Who knows? What do you guys think? Put in the comments. Shall Major Grayson live? Or shall he die? I'm saying that just in case I don't find him. But if I do find him, he'll probably die. Or live. Who knows? Where are those guys going? Get back here. Get back. Same with you guys. There's more greys. We can see right here, look, we can have a look at the map. And we can see that there's a lot of allies still on the battlefield. You can see the little AIs above their head. Still a lot of them, really. And there's a lot of greens over here. What are these guys doing? They're all hiding in the dirt. Right, move up. See if we can flank them. See, they go. I've double-clicked, so they're on move with all intention of getting there. So that means they won't engage if they see any enemies. Gets them there quicker, you see. See, it's a shame. I imagine if the Greys managed to get this beast off, a huge tank. Greys are starting to take the grass now. Not a good sign. Still got one active Sherman. And we just have a handful of greens behind enemy lines. Again, I want to move them up to here. I want to try and take out these cannons if we can. Where are you going? Advance on the cannons. I'm just going to tell them what to do. I'm going to try not to take much direct control. No, MG! Good God. They could have engaged them before they got to it. Right, get over there. Go. Flank them. This might be a win for the Tans and the Greys. Whoa, no! Yeah, we definitely need a fighting force to take this out. This might be a failed attempt to take out this railway line. So that means the Tans may be able to get this, or shall I say the Greys, they actually might be able to get this to Tan lines, which means they'll be supplying them with a lot more plastic, which means they can build better defences, and they can have tanks as well. Imagine guerrilla warfare with tanks. That would be devastating. I don't think we've got many men left. Let's have a look. Got a few there. Let's try and bring them forward a little bit. Push them right back, you see. No, they're just AT. Oh, it's just the one. What gun's he got? That's an M1 carbine. Or carbine. Grass to grass combat. Let's have a look at his name. What's your name, soldier? Jerry Foster. Good luck. Where is he going? Hiding very well in the grass there. The Greys are a lot more camouflaged than what you'd think. Oh, just one tank left. Out of how many tanks was there? I'm pretty sure there was only around 6 tanks that entered the battlefield. 6 Shermans. No, there we go. They're just doing the sweep now. They're combing the grass. Finishing them off. And that was a lot of men. I'm pretty sure that was around... That's got to have been about 500 men. Maybe 250 on each side, maybe. I might have got it wrong when I said 500 each. That bazooka's going to do nothing. On the bright side, at least the grass didn't set on fire. I think this is where we could really do with one of those green flamethrowers, so they could just burn a lot of them. Turn them to molten plastic. How are we doing on men? We're down to the last 3 troops. Oh, and a few guys over here. Let's get them back. Retreat. Pull back. So we can hold this trench, actually. Get them in the trench. Get as many of these dudes back as we can. Get them in what used to be the Grey's Trench. See if they can hold off this huge grey... Whoa! Well, I guess you can call this one-sided, but this is Grey territory. And this is one of the major Grey objectives, to get supplies to the Tans. Who knows, maybe the Tans might be able to forge a new army with new leaders and maybe have a political say again. Because they've lost their houses. Yeah, that's definitely a win for the Tans and the Greys. Or the handful of Tans and the huge army of Greys. What are we doing over here? So we've just got a handful of dudes. Right, so what we're going to do is, we're not going to risk any more lives. Could do a last stand, but I think we're going to retreat these guys out. And these guys are going to live to tell another tale. So what are their names? So have a look at their names. Stephen Hayes, Samuel Long, Jose Thomas, Bradley Rivers, I've already done him, Sean Moore. Well, you guys can live to see another day. So if we get them to the edge of the map, we'll just pretend that they've left the map. So they can reform now, and they can go and meet their reserves, and maybe we could attack this again at some point. But I think next time we're going to have to attack with, I don't know, a different strategy, or maybe attack from a different part of the battle map. So anyway, I hope you like this one, guys. It is really good to be back on YouTube after a week and a half without uploading. I'm glad that you're all still watching my videos. And yeah, so don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.